Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Snoop Dogg called out Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka amid Lakers struggles. Where ya at? Make some moves. After a hot start to the 2024-25 season, things have taken a turn for the worse for the Los Angeles Lakers, as they've gone 3-7 in their last 10 games to fall to 13-11, with a tenuous hold on 8th in the West. As of now, it looks like another year where the Lakers will be battling for play-in position and having to play their way into the playoffs, as has been the case ever since LA won the title in 2020. For a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, that's falling short of expectations, and it's become clear that the Lakers needed to do more than simply make a coaching change to get to that next level. Swapping in J.J. Redick for Darvin Ham hasn't yielded any miracles just yet, which has further shifted the pressure from Laker fans onto the shoulders of GM Rob Pelinka and owner Jeannie Buss. You can count Snoop Dogg among the group of fans calling on the Lakers brass to do something, as the rap legend went on ESPN's First Take on Friday and called out the top 2 decision-makers for the Lakers, asking where ya at? Make some moves. I think it's fair to say that Snoop speaks for a good chunk of Laker Nation with this statement, as Lakers fans have been begging the team to make a substantial move for a few years now. The last time they took a big swing, they struck out in rather dramatic fashion with the trade for Russell Westbrook, and since then Pelinka and Buss have been unwilling to empty the cupboard on future draft assets in an effort to land another star. With the likes of Zach LaVine, Brandon Ingram, and Jimmy Butler all known to be available as trade season arrives in the NBA, there are certainly options for the Lakers if they want to try and pursue those. How they proceed will tell us a lot about how invested they are in trying to maximize the end of LeBron's career, and if they don't show a willingness to make a big move, then we can figure to get another round of Warriors-LeBron rumors. Lakers reverse course on Bronny James' G-League schedule. The Los Angeles Lakers were roundly criticized for giving special treatment to Bronny James when it came to his G-League schedule, which would only comprise the South Bay Lakers' home games at the franchise's training facility in El Segundo. The plan crossed the line for ESPN's Brian Windhorst, who was initially fine with the special treatment and nepotism involving LeBron James' oldest son, but he blasted Bronny for not getting on United Airlines to fly to these road games. The 20-year-old James will make his G-League road debut Thursday when the South Bay Lakers face the Valley Suns in Phoenix, according to multiple reports. The Athletic's Joe Vardon reported that James' G-League road availability would still be selective. James, a controversial second-round pick after playing one season at USC as a reserve, would benefit from time spent in the G-League. He's currently averaging 0.6 points, 0.1 rebounds, and 0.3 assists in 2.6 minutes per game in his first NBA season, and he has not played for the Lakers since a 123-103 home win against the Toronto Raptors on November 10. In the G-League, James has played 3 games, averaging 8.7 points, 3.0 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.0 steals, and 1.0 blocks in 26.3 minutes. However, the 6'3", 210-pound guard is shooting only 29.4% from the field, 10 for 34, and has missed all 10 of his three-point attempts. The Athletic's Joe Vardon reported that James' G-League road availability would still be selective. James, a controversial second-round pick after playing one season at USC as a reserve, would benefit from time spent in the G-League. He's currently averaging 0.6 points, 0.1 rebounds, and 0.3 assists in 2.6 minutes per game in his first NBA season, and he has not played for the Lakers since a 123-103 home win against the Toronto Raptors on November 10. In the G-League, James has played 3 games, averaging 8.7 points, 3.0 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.0 steals, and 1.0 blocks in 26.3 minutes. However, the 6'3", 210-pound guard is shooting only 29.4% from the field, 10 for 34, and has missed all 10 of his three-point attempts. While James is away from the Lakers, his father also won't be with the team. LeBron James is taking some time during an excused absence, according to head coach J.J. Redick. LeBron missed his first game of the season last Sunday and will not play in Friday's road game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Snoop Dogg didn't hold back thoughts on Bronny James' breakout performance. When anyone thinks of the Los Angeles Lakers, they think of Celebrity Row and the countless legends who have graced the iconic Staples Center, now Crypto.com Arena. One of those iconic figures is rapper Snoop Dogg, a longtime supporter and fan of the Lakers. Known for never shying away from sharing his thoughts, Snoop weighed in on Bronny James' big-time performance during his road debut in the G League on Thursday night with the South Bay Lakers. James wasn't originally expected to play in road games for the G League team, but after recovering from a heel injury, he made it clear that he just wanted to play. The Lakers ultimately gave him the green light, and he responded in style, delivering a standout performance in Phoenix. James dropped 30 points on 13 of 23 shooting in just 25 minutes of action, looking like the best version of himself. Many considered it a breakout performance, as it was easily his most impressive outing so far for the Lakers or during his time at USC. However, Snoop Dogg had a different take on the matter and didn't seem as supportive as he usually is when it comes to his Lakers. "No such thing as a breakout in G League," Snoop Dogg said. Snoop said Bronny's career-high 30 points ain't nothing but a G-tang. Bronny James was selected as the 55th overall pick in the 2024 NBA Draft after a challenging season with the USC Trojans. He suffered a cardiac arrest during the preseason of his freshman year, which caused him to miss a significant portion of the first half of the season. Despite many believing he should return to college for another year, James opted to declare for the draft. In doing so, he made history alongside his father, Lebron James, becoming the first father-son duo to ever play together on an NBA court. However, despite the historic milestone, Bronny hasn't seen much playing time with the Lakers since the opening games of the season. The G League, however, has become a prime opportunity for him to grow, showcase his skills, and prove what he's capable of. Thursday night's performance was a perfect example of what he can do when he has the ball in his hands and the chance to take 15-20+ shots. Yet, despite the promising display, Snoop Dogg remains unsatisfied with the young Bronny James following his G League outing. Bronny James puts on show of shows in Lakers' G League road debut. In his first-ever G League road game, Bronny James Jr. delivered what could be considered the best performance of his career so far. He dropped 30 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists on 57% shooting from the field, all in just 25 minutes. Despite the South Bay Lakers suffering a loss, Bronny's breakout game showcased his steady progression and undeniable potential. Building on his previous game, where he tallied 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, Bronny has shown he is far from reaching his ceiling. The 20-year-old son of LeBron James is proving doubters wrong after entering the league as a late second-round pick. Many questioned his ability to thrive at the professional level, but Bronny's poise under pressure has been remarkable. Most of his scoring came from aggressive drives to the basket, finishing through contact in a style reminiscent of his father. However, what stood out last night was his perfect shooting from beyond the arc, going 3-for-3, a milestone he had yet to achieve in his career. Bronny James still has work to do. Bronny's journey so far has been a mix of history and hard work. After making an early season call-up to the Lakers and creating a historic father-son duo with LeBron James, he experienced the intensity of professional basketball firsthand. However, the Lakers had no plans for him to remain on the main roster just yet. As a developmental project, they recognized that more time and experience were necessary to unlock his full potential. NBA fans got a preview of Bronny's abilities during Summer League, where he recorded double-digit scoring in 2 of 4 games. While his shooting was inconsistent, the glimpses of his talent were enough for Lakers GM Rob Pelinka and head coach J.J. Redick to envision a bright future for him within the franchise. They believe Bronny has the tools to carve out his own legacy, even as he works to emerge from the immense shadow cast by his father. Bronny will aim to carry his momentum into the South Bay Lakers rematch against the Valkyrie Suns. Another standout performance could push him closer to a return to the main roster, further fueling the excitement surrounding his growth and potential. Watch, Bronny James drops 30 points in first G League road game for South Bay Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers rookie scored a game-high 30 points on 13 of 23 shooting. The number 55 pick in the 2024 NBA draft also had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal and a block. But it wasn't enough as the South Bay Lakers fell to the Valley Suns 106-100 in Tempe, Arizona. The 20-year-old son of LeBron James is now averaging 14.0 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists in 4 G League games. James recently missed several weeks while dealing with a bone bruise in his left heel. The Lakers were cautious in his recovery because the heel injury was affecting the same leg that required left knee surgery to repair a torn meniscus when he was in high school, according to ESPN. "I just want to play," Bronny said about joining. "It felt pretty good, got some points on the board. I'm just trying to grow as I get older, trying to improve my game as much as I can." LeBron, meanwhile, is also dealing with a foot injury. The 39-year-old James will miss a second straight game Friday when the Lakers take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's dealing with foot soreness. Anonymous NBA exec thinks Kings could be in LeBron James trade conversations. By Brendan Nunes. Sacktown sports writer. Trade rumors about the Los Angeles Lakers are no surprise. But, this time, there's speculation that they could trade away their star rather than looking to acquire one. Those current speculative conversations are centered around a potential LeBron James trade. One anonymous NBA source mentioned the Sacramento Kings as an intriguing potential landing spot for one of the greatest players ever. Could the Kings try and go after the King? Heavy Steve Bulpett reported there has been speculation of late that the Lakers might be willing to bite the bullet and be open to trading James, but that's going to be his call ultimately. A league exec believes that is becoming increasingly realistic. With most teams around the league dealing with heavy restrictions due to the limitations that come with being in the first or second aprons, only so many placed could make sense for LeBron James. Bulpett's story includes an anonymous quote from an NBA executive who believes Sacramento belongs in the LeBron James trade conversations. "The one place that I don't hear a lot of talk about with LeBron is Sacramento," he said. "He could change them, and they might have the kind assets to make a trade work. They have a lot of young talent, and because they're a small market, they haven't spent like drunken sailors. They have some draft picks, a young talent. If they could get to the salary, LeBron would take De'Aaron, Fox and Domantas Sabonis and elevate the hell out of them, particularly Fox. With that threesome, those guys could be a force." Lakers stuck again on LeBron James' hamster wheel by Heavy.com's Steve Bulpett, December 12, 24. The anonymous executive also thinks the superstar could live in LA and play in Sacramento, no doubt about it, if that were his preference. After this season, LeBron James has 1 year remaining on his contract, a $52.6 million player option. Obviously, it would take Sacramento general manager Monte McNair offering an enticing package, possibly including one of Keegan Murray or DeMar DeRozan headed to the Lakers, along with the necessary draft capital. Who knows how LeBron James would feel about joining the Kings and if the team in California's capital would be interested in trading for the 39-year-old. But it's an interesting hypothetical to consider. The NBA trade season is clearly growing near. More Kings coverage from Sacktown Sports. Brendan Nunes, Frankie Cardicelli, and Chris Watkins present another edition of the Return of the Roar podcast, this time discussing the Sacramento Kings starting to catch a rhythm over the last 4 games. Averaging 127 points over the last 5 games, the guys broke down what's been working during their offensive explosion. How much of it has to do with head coach Mike Brown deciding to move Malik Monk into the starting lineup, and what other trickle-down effects have come from that decision? Also, Coach Brown's tone has changed over the last few days. The trio delve into what he's been emphasizing and his methods of communicating that through the media. And are you a fan? What do you think of LeBron James leaving? Leave your opinion in the comments.